Hey guys, what's up? This is Mana, and I've been away for quite a while. I was on my vacation and everything, but we're back, and this is one of the videos I want to continue making. It's basically a LOTRO series. It's called LOTRO Talks, where I want to talk about things in LOTRO, whether they're good, whether they're bad, but there's going to be like just topics. And today, we're talking about steeds. Yes, steeds, guys. There's a lot of stuff going on with people and their opinions on steeds. I want to talk about my opinion on steeds and what I think they could do better upon it, what I think they do good already upon the steeds. But yeah, I want you to check out this clip of me back in the day when I played with Adi and the gang, of me first, my first time obtaining the steed. So yep, check it out.
Because I can't do light.
Oh shit!
No, you should have.
Oh!
You should have one anyway. Mana, come this way.
Yo, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Your S key will slow him down.
Hold on. Jesus Christ, dude! Oh my. Okay. Whoa, horsey boy. Hold on. Oh my lord, I was not ready for that. Oh my god. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that freaking clip of me back with Adi when we used to play this game a lot. Me encountering steeds. Yes, it was crazy for a new player like myself to encounter what steeds were. A lot of players have told me a lot of things that, and before I was having my steeds, and some of those things were true, some of those things were just over-exaggerated, and stuff like that. But let's get into the good things about steeds real quick. So, you press Shift M, you open it up here. Like, my steed is called Tokyo Drift for multiple reasons. It's hot over here, guys. So if I'm glistening, if I'm looking beautiful right now, that's the reason why. But yes, his name is Tokyo Drift. And the cool thing about steeds, and one thing I love so much about steeds, is that you're able to customize them. I mean, anything that has customization is going to be amazing in my eyes. So you could change their appearance, you could change what they're wearing, and a lot of stuff. Obviously, like, you could unlock outfits for them, and the cool thing is you could change your colors too. So there's some color palettes, and I believe you can add additional color palettes to it, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know, but you could just add a lot of different stuff. These are the different bodies I have, the different gear I can have. Like, it's so much fun just to have these type of cosmetics on a horse. So you could have your cosmetic horse, your steed, match your basically cosmetic armor that you have. So that's for RP purposes, that's just for being a complete badass purposes, and that's just, it's amazing. That's one great thing they did with the steeds, the cosmetics. It's amazing. I love it. I enjoy it, man. And I think that's oh no, there's one more cool thing too. Okay, you get traits. You get another damn friggin' tree, which is amazing. I like this. I like having trees. I just spend them all here. So you get the appearances and the traits. The traits, obviously, they're going to help you in your combat, help you with your skills. You obviously have the red line, the blue line, the yellow line. So when you get to Riders of Rohan, you'll be able to see this. Check it out, all out. But I love anything that gives me customization, obviously, with the appearance and stuff that gives me, like, stuff for my skills, some bonuses and stuff, and that's where the traits come in. So yeah, those are two cool things. The only two cool things at the moment, because there's a lot of bad stuff for this. Okay, so controlling this steed is insane, guys. It took me a good amount of time. Like, you see, it strafes back and forth. That's why I call it Tokyo Drift, because you like, drift like that. It's insane. It gets stuck onto buildings, it gets stuck onto platforms, and we already know about that LOTRO lag. All right, we know about that LOTRO lag, and let me see, you will be freaking going, you'll be rubber banding, basically. You jump over a ledge or you jump over a fence when you're on your your freaking horse, you're going to be rubber banding. It's insane. Like, it's one thing that I wish they could do is fix the servers. If they fix the servers, I think it'll fix the lag and the rubber banding that the freaking steeds have, because this is just a great concept. Like, the combat, you have to get used to it. It's not really you have to, like, keep on turning your mouse, keep on going in circles, just like this. It's really odd combat. I mean, it's pretty cool that, not a lot of games offer mounted combat. You have, I think it was Riders of Icarus that really got into that, you know, mounted combat, but you know, it's pretty simple in Lord of the Rings Online. You just roll up to it, you press your buttons, you go in circles just like this around the enemy, and you just kill them. That's basically what I did when I had mounted combat. Once you get used to moving around, you get used to the speed you're going to, it'll be pretty easy to get this. But once you start off and once you see what I'm talking about with the lag, with jumping over fences, with all that rubber banding, it gets pretty insane. But the cool thing is that, you know, this obviously counts as a mount, and you go pretty freaking fast in this mount, guys. You go really freaking fast. And I forgot to add, like, a positive note is, you know, it's mounted combat. Not a lot of games offer mounted combat. Even if it's bad, you still get the option of doing mounted combat, which is pretty freaking cool as well. But like I said, this the steeds were introduced in Riders of Rohan expansion, and this expansion was big. Like, you'll see fields, and the fields were huge, just full of, you know, full of enemies, and it was just fields and fields and fields of grass, and that's where the steeds come in handy. But once you pass Riders of Rohan, you're not really going to be using your steed as much for mounted combat, which kind of sucks, because mounted combat is pretty freaking cool, right? It's cool to get on your damn mount and start, you know, fighting, especially if your mount is like customizable and it can match your armor for RP purposes, like I said, or just you want to be a complete badass. But I think after Riders of Rohan, the full impact of mounted combat really just it goes away. It doesn't feel as important, as substantial as it does in Riders of Rohan in this expansion. I wish they would have built onto it, adding more stuff every single expansion, so they could be, you know, so you could actually use them, and you know, they could be useful within the other expansions. Because I really just get on my mount, I get the enemies, boom, get off my mount, and that's it. And it's hard to use, like I said, use this mount in close, you know, closed areas. Like if you're in Mordor and you're gonna try to use this mount, good luck. Good luck, because there's some areas in Mordor that you cannot use this mount because it goes too crazy. So it pretty much just sucks in the stance that after Riders of Rohan, it feels like it's not worth it just for the little speed boost that you get, and that's really all. I wish they would just build upon it more, make it more, you know, important, and just give it a whole revamp, because this whole thing could use a revamp. Even though, you know, some people are saying that LOTRO in general can use a revamp, I'm on 50-50. I like how LOTRO is right now, that little old school vibe and stuff. Yes, there's stuff that can get better, there's stuff that can get revamped or fixed, like steeds, the combat for steeds. But so far, I've had a lot of funny moments playing with the steed. So you get fun moments, but then it does get aggravating, guys, with the lag, with the rubber banding when you're jumping over fences, and then suddenly you're like shooting backwards and shooting frontwards. Like, what's going on here? But obviously that's problems with the steeds, problems with LOTRO servers, and all that good stuff, man. But so far, my whole experience with steeds, they're useful. They're useful for like getting place to place. The combat gets stale after a while, but you know, it's cool to use it. It's cool to have something different within an expansion, like in Riders of Rohan, when you're like, oh my god, I could do mounted combat. Yes, it's cool for a while, but once you get out of Riders of Rohan, it's like no point in using mounted combat no more, because it doesn't really get built upon at all. And I wish that they would either revamp this whole steed thing, make it better, and just make it useful so we can actually use it in current expansions and just have it, you know, be fun, I guess. I mean, it's fun at first, and then it's like the combat drops down and you just use it as a personal mount just to get place to place quicker than your, you know, personal mounts that don't rubber band, that don't go back and forth when you jump over an area. Yes, it's happened to me so many times and on my streams, and it's just pretty crazy, guys. But those are my thoughts on, you know, on the steeds. It has some good stuff, like I said, the traits, the appearance, and hey, who doesn't want to play mounted combat and just have your mount, you know, match your armor, and just it looks really cool. But obviously the combat gets kind of stale after a while. It really does. And then you get the rubber banding, you get the controlling of the mount is pretty, you know, it'll take you a while to get used to the control of the steeds. And like I said, the lag in the servers, man, that all compiles, and it just makes it just overshadows the good things. Like the bad things overshadows the good things about the steeds, and it kind of sucks because, like I said, this is really unique and pretty cool. Not a lot of MMOs introduce mounted combat, and I just hope that LOTRO can come in here and say, hey, we enjoyed the steeds, you know, we want to see them revamped, we want to see them reworked or something, so they could be useful in a future expansion or something like that. But we'll see how it goes, guys. But this has been basically my LOTRO talks, where I'm going to talk about one specific thing in Lord of the Rings Online that I think needs changing, or I think it's just really good and people should try it out. You know, this game is fun and I've been playing it for a good while, guys. You already know I love LOTRO. But yeah, SSG, do me a favor and revamp or just fix these steeds and make mounted combat great again, even though mounted combat wasn't really that great, but make it good again, please. All right, guys, this has been Mana. Let me know what you guys think down below about steeds, and what do you want them to improve for steeds as well. I know I probably missed a couple of things, or I missed something, obviously. Let me know in the comments below. I know I covered the appearances, the traits, you know, you could be heavy, medium, or light, and you got the combat, you got the movement of the freaking mount that's just really crazy. But yeah, guys, let me know down below. Sub for more LOTRO content, MMORPG content as well, and like the video for more stuff. You guys are amazing. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.